I like campfires. They attract interesting people.
Father might not...
Always ready to help.
This work isn't going to do itself.
This is going to come back to
report
haunt
your
you.
actions.
Mark my words. This is a great area for harvesting.
creature. It's even worse than Palbatin told us. Look, I appreciate all the help, but I don't want to see you die on my behalf. Are you sure you can deal with that beast? I'm no warrior, you know that. Without you, we wouldn't have gotten this far. I'll stay out of the way, so don't worry about me. Just be safe out there and try not to die. What? Throw rocks? I won't even be able to dent that monstrosity. Listen, if you really need my help down there, use the whistle and I'll see what I can do. It won't be much, but I might be able to cause a distraction so you can catch your breath.
Clear your mind and break the spell! Just because you didn't get caught doesn't mean you didn't deserve to.
You did it! Thanks to you, we found the lost treasure. This proves the prognosticator isn't an oracle. It's just a machine. And not a very good one at that. Now I can show the people of Slagtown that we're not prisoners to destiny. Yes, my friend, spices. Wonderful, delicious spices. That's the most valuable treasure of all, when your diet consists of nothing but flavorless paste. This will not only improve our lives, it will show my people that our fate is not set in... More than that! Spices are as rare as a blade of grass in a city of metal. Wealthy mages and apostles will pay dearly for such a tempting treat. But I need to be cautious. Others will try to steal this treasure. Return to Slagtown and meet me there. Then we can show my people how we changed the outcome of the prognosticator's prediction and improved my destiny.
What do you think you'll make with that? Let's ride.
I shouldn't have let Varia go in there alone. When a clockwork apostle discovers an unexplainable phenomenon, it can be a moment of unbounded joy or utter terror. That strange portal over there definitely. Portals aren't a common occurrence in the Clockwork City. When Acolyte Varia and I approached to investigate, I had a sudden urge to leap inside. I was able to resist its pull, but Varia stepped through the portal and hasn't returned. I need to make sure no one else wanders into the portal. But maybe you could go in and find Acolyte Varia. This perception tabulator automatically records whatever you experience and should be able to locate my associate. Take it and use it well. Step into the portal when you're ready. The perception tabulator will locate Varia and lead you back to Clockwork City after you complete your investigation. I'll study the phenomenon from out here. Mysterious? I would say it falls more into the suspicious category, what with the fact that it tried to lure me inside. Anyway, we were patrolling this quadrant of the radius, and when I noticed the portal out of the corner of my eye.
Those bitches drop more than the boss, which was literally nothing.
Feels like I've been protecting this field for... It feels like I've been protecting this field for hundreds of years. I'm certain I just entered this... What an odd question. I spotted a portal that should not have been there, and I entered it to see where it led. I determined that this shadow cleft is part of the Evergloam. How I wound up trapped in a scarecrow, well, that's still something. You've never heard of the Evergloam? It's the Oblivion realm that belongs to Nocturnal, the Night Mistress. I'm sure this shadow cleft represents some sort of attack on the Clockwork City. But there's only so much I can determine in my... I see you have one of our perception tabulators. Continue your investigation and make sure that device gets into the hands of a Clockwork Apostle. Be careful. If you end up infused with a scarecrow, then everything you learn will be lost.
Yep, just include yourself, Night Terror.
The Great Gear turns in my favor for a change. You have a perception tabulator. Did Adjunct Daros send you to find me? Of course he did. Listen carefully, and there might still be time to realign this befouled contraption. That should be the least of your concerns. If you don't do exactly what I tell you, you'll end up like me. Then who will protect the Clockwork City from this Oblivion infestation? You need to destroy the Shadow Array. Some foul device that Night Sister Chimera uses to lure people into the Shadow Cleft and bind them to these scarecrows. If you can destroy it, we'll be set free. Without the Shadow Array, Nocturnal's plans will be set back, or even... Not so loud. Nocturnal has ears everywhere. She's one of the Daedric princes. They aren't supposed to be able to breach the Clockwork City's defenses, but nothing works properly anymore. Hurry!
How dare you interrupt my vigil? What nonsense impels you to such a rash and impetuous action? You dare question the sacred duty that has been placed before me? I'll have you know I'm What am I doing here? I remember coming to the Clockwork City when a teleportation ritual went awry. I was looking for a way out when I noticed a strange portal appear in the radius. It called to me. Next thing I know, I remember that you interrupted my vigil. If my attention wavers for even a moment, those crows will take advantage and strip this field to the ground. Leave me! There are secrets in the dark and the night is here!
The shadow of...
Oblivion, take you! Excessive.
You did well. Now return to the Clockwork City and let Darrow know what you learned.
I am not afraid of you. That's over with, I suppose. For glory! Victory is cruel. Defeat is worse. Test our steel! Let's go! Hard work pays off. Nobody ever drowned in sweat. How can I help?
You returned! I must admit, I wasn't sure you'd be able to do that. Do you have the perception tabulator? Dead? Shadow array? I suppose the perception tabulator will explain everything. I'll study it right away. In the meantime, take this. A little something.
That should come in handy.
Capable combatants needed for hazardous work. Please respond for more information.
I can.
Life ain't easy and life ain't fair.
Men say that fires are only dangerous when they get bored. That's why we tell them stories and let them lick our food.
A lot.
How the fuck did my rapport decrease?
I love cities. The rude people, the noise, the chaos. Is it strange that I find it comfortable?
We're cranked without those supplies. Give me something. No excuses, just results. I knew I liked you, Hotshot. I'll be sure to tell Mindora that we have more of this in stock. It's scrap compared to actual glyphs, but we make do with what we can get. No one in Clockwork is going to miss the scrap I'm requesting, but to us, I'm not bluffing when I say the puddles around here can help fuel fires. Leaps over Thistle, genius she is, made a skimmer tool that collects machine oil from the skimmer requires a specific kind of wire mesh, and we've only been able to find it in the... Don't go killing yourself, you hear? Who else would I get to run around Clockwork?
Mercy. Someone in need? I haven't eaten in so long.
I've called a few people together so I can tell them what we've done. Hopefully, word will then spread throughout Slagtown and all of the Brass Fortress. Palbatin and I talked about my mother. We don't think she saw the prediction from the Oracle. We think she was out there trying to do the same thing as me. She was trying to figure out how the prognosticator works so she could get it to change our fortunes. Palbatin believes she acquired the passphrase from the sequence plaque he hid away. That's our best guess. She was trying to help us. All of us. I just wish she had told me. That she hadn't tried to do it on her own. Well, thanks to you, I succeeded where she failed. Now we just have to convince the rest of Slagtown. Art. That's not something you hear a lot about in a place that runs on gears and cogs. Here. This is your share of the treasure. You earned it. Oh, and Palbatin wants you to meet him in the Outlaws' Refuge afterward. He has something for you, too. People of Slagtown, I bring you a revelation. The prognosticator lies. But we can change our fortunes. We have free will.
Comet, the apostles say there's no such thing as free will.
What you're implying is heresy, Comet.
Is it heresy to speak the truth? I performed the pilgrimage. I received the usual grim fortune that predicted I'd be poor until I died. But that future is a false future. I refused to accept that fate, and I changed it. And if I can do it, so can you.
Oh, really? You look just as destitute as you did yesterday, Comet. Maybe even more so.
I found the lost treasure of the Radius. I made a deal to sell some of the spices, and this is the contract. I'm rich!
So we can change our fate? The future isn't a set sequence?
We have to tell everyone. Comet changed the future. The prognosticator was wrong. I hear Razgurik asked you to help us skim synthetic oils out of Sotha Seal's waters. I thank you for your assistance. Of course, we use scavenged alchemical tools to filter out clumps and impurities. Once we distill the remaining fluid, we add it to other substances to make dangerous. Well, I suppose so. But even clean water can kill a dry skin when it fills the lungs. This oil is everywhere. In the water, in the machines, likely in our blood. That is a good question. The Clockwork God's machines belch smoke like a peat bog belches gas. And the metal men bleed oil when wounded or left to rust. Eventually, all moisture makes its way to the sea, or cisterns and ravines, in this case. I hear. Of course, I did. Life in Slagtown makes inventors of us all. Ironic, since many of us fell into poverty because we did not invent.
so long.
I'm rather busy right now.
Only the finest wares here.
Let's hit the trail.
Please observe all safety protocols when traveling in the radius. Daedric threat detected.
I already told you, you piece of scrap! Ain't no Daedra in Clockwork!
Daedric threat detected in Clockwork City.
Shut your metal trap before I sell you for parts.
Now you've done it!
Combat initiation on standby. All functions are working as intended.
Hello there. Are you here in response to the bulletin about my factotum research? Fantastic. Now let me fill you in on the details. I found this factotum head in a junk pile, which isn't too uncommon for the Brass Fortress. I was intrigued, however, by its strange coloring. I was even more intrigued when it began to speak to me. It gave a repeated message, requesting to find its integral of memory in the mnemonic planisphere. That's where you come in. I need an adventuring sort to journey to the planisphere in order to find this component. The journey to the mnemonic planisphere is riddled with dangers, so it's best to prepare. Shouldn't be any issues once you head inside, though. My research leads me to believe the integral of memory will resemble a... Would you believe that the Apostles don't know how to create factotums? That was a rhetorical question. The sad truth is that while we Apostles can create metal limbs and motors, we cannot replicate the intelligence Sotha Sil gave the factotums. We're also unable to enter the factories where they... Why does Lord Set do anything? He's the father of mysteries, after all. Through his silence, curiosity is born. Perhaps he meant for us Apostles to figure this one out on our own. And I believe I've finally found a breakthrough. Firstly, I already know it is an older, simpler model. You can see the dwarven influences in the skull. An aesthetic blight by today's standards. We Apostles see dwarves as a race to scorn, not emulate. Secondly, unlike other factotums, it openly speaks of its components. Trust me, I've interrogated many of these machines in the name of my research. Well, its voice. Factotums are genderless machines, of course, but they all sound distinctly female. This one is the first I've met to have a male voice. I'm not sure what it means, but I am sure I'll find answers as I...
There's no shame in having once been a thief. The sin is remaining a thief.
This is going to come back to haunt you. Mark my words.
By some words, I wind my gears. I am in need of my integral of memory. You can find it in Sector Grid Cube 3Z-A of the Mnemonic Planisphere.
detected.
I already told you, you piece of scrap! Ain't no Daedra in Clockwork!
Daedric threat detected in Clockwork City.
Shut your metal trap before I sell you for parts.
Combat initiation on standby.
Of course you're going to the fence. Oh my fucking god.
I'm the best fence in all of Clockwork.
You seem to be respectable again. I think you got away with it this time.
My sister...
I really don't use my brain at all, do I?
You're Lord Fear's newest steward, huh? Can we talk later? If I don't finish this lamp inventory, Gascon will feed me to the... Yeah, Gascon must know how much I love doing paperwork. A few days ago, Sotha Seal ordered us to rip out all the lamps in here and replace them with less efficient ones. What kind of sense does that make? Who wants weaker lamps?
Laugh my ass off.
A bunch of factotums loaded them onto a dolly and dumped them somewhere in the mechanical fundament. Hey, I know that look. If you're looking to poach a free lamp, don't bother. Gascon made us slag them all. And half the old switches don't work with the new lamp, so we've had to manufacture new switches, and half the time the switches get installed backwards, which means we have to do it all over again. Even the factotums don't know what they're doing. And don't even get me started on the lamp assembly. Sotha Seal could have turned the fabricators to make the new lamps with a flick of his finger.
By his word, I am bound.
So you're Devathir's new auxiliary, eh? Tough luck, friend. I've heard he's an insufferable bastard, but at least he's not Sotha Seal. Better to be turned into a Guar than to serve the Clockwork God. Not anymore. In the old days, sure, he was easy to please because he was never around. These days, he changes his mind about something every night. Constant meetings, new dictums daily, adjustments to factotum patrols. It's a nightmare. Trust me, this is unprecedented. I'm afraid something's wrong with his enhancements. Like he's having trouble regulating. He's a different person, I swear. Don't tell anyone I said this, especially Gascon. Blasphemy doesn't go over well nowadays. Yes, speaking ill of a god never turns out well. In the old days, he'd take it in stride. Commit your small blasphemies, he'd say. The fire of doubt turns ignorance to steam. But not anymore. This place is becoming more like Mournhold every day. Right. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do for Lord Fear. He's back a few days and already burying you in paperwork, no doubt.
Greeting array corrupted. Please try again.
No, it's wrong. It's all wrong. Go back and do it again.
I apologize, Lord Set. Please forgive my stupidity. I shall correct the survey at once.
I hope you will for your sake. Next time you bring your living god a radial survey, you better make sure it's accurate. Yes, what is it? I have much to do, much to attend to. Speak. Of course I am. And you are Devath Fear's aide. Yes, I've heard a great deal about you. You struck a blow against corruption in my fortress, correct? You're to be commended. Now, speak your business. A worthy goal. Very worthy indeed. I am a god, after all. Tell me, now that you've had the opportunity to meet me, how do I strike you? Underwhelmed? By me? Count your blessings that I have other matters to attend to, mortal. I have half a mind to show you just how powerful I am. This city is mine. If you wish to dwell in it, I suggest you learn respect.
Did you need?
Yes, what is it? Of course, a worthy goal. Majestic. Yes, a fitting description. You shall go far here in Clockwork City, Aide of Fear. I pardon you for interrupting me and grant you my blessing. Go forth and honor me, the Clockwork God, with your labors.
So you're the one Devath tapped to be his aide in the Brass Fortress. Sorry to hear that. Provost Varuni's ancestors hail from House Telvanni, just like Lord Fear. Not as bad as you might expect. She's young, youth comes with impatience, but I've never felt unfairly judged, and she's generous with her praise. Honestly, if I had the choice between serving Varuni or Sotha Sil, I'd take Varuni every time. Now more than ever, I don't pretend to understand his motives, but he's never been so demanding. One example? He insists that we turn all the lights down before he enters a room. Do you have any idea how difficult that is? It's madness. Huh, flipping switches. That's rich. Each lamp has its own switch, and some lamps have multiple switches. And if that isn't bad enough, some switches control multiple lamps. He's a god, I know, but it shouldn't take a genius to turn on the lights. Don't even get me started. Varuni might demand some obscure tome in the middle of the night or chide someone for leaving oil on the floor, but that's the worst of it. Sotha Sil exiled an auxiliary last week because she forgot to switch off a... Right, don't let me keep you. I can't imagine how demanding Devaith Thir must be. Better you than me, that's for sure. Keep your nose to the cogs and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to flip 24 switches.
Were you treated well by the menials? I assume they battered you with complaints. What have you learned? Yes, well, I could have told you that. That's why I sent you here, after all. What kinds of demands? Be specific. The lamps in the locutorium, yes? The large assembly room over there? The auxiliaries and factotums have been laboring in there day and night ever since we arrived. Curious. What could lights have to do with this? Impressive. I assumed I'd have to explain it to you. Of course, this requires a functional lamp. I assume he ordered them destroyed. Speak to that high elf of yours, Neramo. The dark elf as well. We need one of these lamps repaired and on.
I hope to see you again, Assistant. Pray tell, what did Devaith Fear have to say? I fear that he and I might have gotten off to a poor start. Did he ask about me? Raynor? Surely this is something I can handle myself. Impressing Devaith Fear could greatly increase my standing in the Dwemer scholarly community. He just wants us to build a lamp? What an odd request. No matter. I would be happy to offer my ample expertise, provided you let Devaith Fear know that I did so. First things first. I need to start... Another trip into the Fundament? I would accompany you if not for Kira. Another trip into the Fundament?
Taking Neramo down into the Fundament, eh? Keep a close...
They say the Weiruses drove an old witch out of the Hag Fen. Even so, the Weird Sisters didn't like this.
Some kind of tubular housing. Probably meant to protect a glass interior? Difficult to say. A complex filament of some kind. The weaving... Wrong way, assistant.
There's always something new to learn.
Some kind of compressor. For funneling a gas, perhaps? Interesting. Look at the apertures on this. It must be some kind of modulator that changes the nature of the light.
That should come in handy.
That delve I did earlier was crazy. I've never, ever found that many chests in that amount of time. That was fucking crazy.
Compressors, filaments, housings, modulate, unlike the other lamps. These compress some kind of geodic gas into metal tubes, then modulate the light to create another kind of illumination that mortal eyes cannot see. Invisible light! Remarkable! The potential applications are limitless. Yes, with Reyna's assistance, I believe we can recreate this lamp without much difficulty. Of course, you'll need to procure the requisite parts. These are all broken beyond repair. What do you plan to do with this light, exactly? You plan to do what? Oh dear. Well, this seems like a terrible idea, but I shall rely upon you and Lord Fear to protect me. Here's a list of the components I'll need. Once you've acquired them, meet me.
Come and take us!
What do you think you'll make with that?
That's the last of them. That was easy. To arms!
The Ordinators seem on edge.
Now there's the look of someone on the hunt for something specific. You've come to the right place, friend. I've got a bit of everything. As a matter of fact, I acquired some of those just a few days ago. Apparently, someone's tossing out the old lighting to make way for the new. They're not easy to come by anymore, though. What? Varuni Arvel? Well, that changes everything. Any friend of Varuni's is a friend of mine. Why don't you take this tube on the house? Just let Varuni know how helpful I was, all right? And that I'm pretty good looking. Well spoken, too. Deal?
My house.
There has to be someone willing to help us.
I am pleased to meet you. Entity name not found.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Ah, you've returned! Excellent! Raynor and I have cobbled together a serviceable frame for the lamp. All we need now are the components I sent you to acquire. Were you successful? Wonderful! I'm confident this lamp will conform to the exact specifications of the lamps they removed, provided Raynor didn't make any miscalculations. So, would this be the time? Excellent! Excellent! No need to return here, of course. Kirith should be back straight away, and I'll have her run the completed lamp over to the locutorium as soon as it's ready. So, Devaith Fear requested this lamp personally? Fascinating. I read his thesis on Dwemer.
What do you want?
what?
Well?
Finest merchandise around.
So much to do.
That's not yours.
Where is the guard when you
The
need
law is clear. Pay your bounty or face the ramifications of your act.
Just because you didn't get caught doesn't mean you didn't deserve to.
Ah, I was beginning to worry. Not about you, of course. These apostles have been circling me like cliff racers. Looking for an autograph, no doubt. So tiresome. I take it you were successful in learning about these lights and constructing a new one? Well done. I assume you discovered the special property of these lamps. Why does my dear friend Seal go to such lengths to... Invisible light? Fascinating. To help with factotum navigation, perhaps? Huh, no matter. Further inquiry must wait. Now is the time for action. I will request a congressional assembly. Plant your lamp on the balcony above, then return to me.
Did you say something about putting the lamp on the balcony? We might have a problem. Raynor and that annoying high elf finished your lamp, but there's a problem. On the way here, I overheard an aide complaining about some new security measures Sotha Seal put in place. Looks like the Looks that way, unless you want blood on your hands, of course. But that might complicate our sponsorship a smidge, yeah? Just be quick and quiet, like me. You'll be fine.
Don't let that fetcher get away.
You should have left when you had the chance. Guards!
Dreaming. Soiled tablecloth. Watch for.
I convinced Sotha Seal that the Congress requires yet another lecture on the sanctity of clockwork automata. He eagerly agreed. Seemed almost giddy about it. It was good. Seal's lecture should begin any moment now. Stand ready to activate the lamp. I'm reasonably certain that something will happen, but the specifics elude me. I guess this is what uncertain.
Informed me that some of your number may be experimenting on my blessed factotums. I will remind you yet again. My beloved factotums serve as an extension of my divine will. Accost them, and you accost me. In the past, I have encouraged the child's curiosity and accepted minor blasphemies.
What is that? What's happening?
After him! Someone seize that imposter!
I am the Clockwork God. You will kneel before me. Kneel!
Wow.
I haven't the time to discuss this, Varuni. Wittingly or unwittingly, Lord Set no longer serves the people of Clockwork City. Now, if you will excuse me.
Gascoigne, where are you going? When news of this gets out, we need to issue a statement or at least gather the Congress for an emergency session.
I have urgent matters to attend to. Make whatever statement you like. I will return soon.
What is Gascoigne thinking? On
Well, that was enlightening. To think I've been speaking to Sotha Sil's shadow all this time. It seemed so lifelike. Far more advanced than my own, I'm sorry to say. Fascinating. Well, I don't mean to alarm you, but I will be frank. If an impostor sits upon the throne aligned and learns how to wield the power of this place, a cataclysm will follow. We may yet discover a way to avert this disaster, but stay with Varuni. With Sotha Sil exposed as an impostor, the Congress will fall into turmoil. In such chaos, dark truths always float to the surface. Pray they do so quickly. I have other inquiries.
My dear Lord Set. I scarcely believe what we just witnessed. How could this happen? Iconoclast. I'll bet he's snickering at us even now. It doesn't matter. I appreciate your diligence. This has been a profoundly upsetting ordeal, but Yes. He was acting strangely, wasn't he? He always chafed under Lord Set's rule. Now he finally has a pretext to seize control, and he slinks away like a broken basilisk. The real Lord Set will aid us eventually, I know it. In the meantime, we must do for ourselves. Thank you for everything you've done. It appears we'll have to do a lot more before this is... Classic Gascoigne. Fleeing to his chambers when things go poorly. I'm sure that news of Lord Set's condition has already made it to the streets. We have to move quickly to... Try to talk to Gascoigne. He clearly doesn't care what I have to say, but he might listen to an exodromal. You remain, you know, a novelty. No offense. We can't assemble the Congress without the Chancellor. Check his rectory in the west wing of the Basilica. He hides in there sometimes to nurse a bruised ego or write passive-aggressive memoranda. I'll try to settle the Apostle's nerves. Honestly, my Don't let Gascoigne wriggle out of this. He has a duty and an obligation. What? Yes. Yes, Albie. I don't understand how a shadow could take Lord Set's place. Maybe this is some sort of test. But why test us? Compromised? You make it sound as if Lord Set suffers some kind of defect, like a crimped duct or a stripped bolt or something. We're talking about a divine being, God's... Do you know what the sermons say? Complexity belies the truth. The world rests on simple principles. Set is the truth and the light. Understand the simple and you understand the obscure. I do appreciate...
Hold it, Swit! No one escapes justice, you malcontent. Now pay your bounty. Have at thee, villain!
My sister has a knack for magic. Got swooped up real quick.
What do you want?
We're free to make our own choices, but we aren't free from their consequences.
I haven't seen Sothasil yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motion so many tread upon.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
In silence, give mysteries. From mysteries is born curiosity. We must assemble our own truths, lest we forget its importance.
Well, I guess he would be pretty busy being a god now.
My tutors like to tell me that words and stories are a form of magic. If you put them together properly, you can weave entire worlds.
Seems silly to gain a bounty for that. But
Mark my words.
Not another step! Look, I'm only asking because my captain will kill me if I don't. Can I collect your bounty, please?
You seem to be respectable
Thank the
again.
gods.
I think you got away with it this time.
What do you want? There's a bounty for stealing.
I'm not here to threaten you, so... Wait, you're actually giving in? That's great!
What is it?
Muth-Nam monks use an ancient Daedric artifact to heal. How dare the very Ansu interfere with their holy work?
I haven't seen Sothasil yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motion so many tread upon.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
In silence, we are given mysteries. From mysteries is born curiosity. We must assemble our own truths, lest we forget its importance, its purpose.
Mizanir does not understand. Khajiit? Argonians? They are apostles as well?
Well, they take anyone, don't they?
It does not matter who one is, but what they can do.
Not that it does us any good, mind you. We're all scrapped down in Slagtown.
Daedric threat detected.
I already told you, you piece of scrap! Ain't no Daedra in Clockwork!
Daedric threat detected in Clockwork City.
Shut your metal trap before I sell you for parts.